for not posting content. So I figured I better post some content. If you haven't been watching the Tesla Trip show, it's kind of where I've been posting things for the past couple of years. Every once in a while, I've still kind of tried to keep Two Smart Guys alive, but I don't know. Mainly, I've just been waiting for interest. If anybody has certain ideas or topics that they want covered, I'm down. So if you guys want to do like a Skype in or something, that would be cool. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm in my Tesla Model X, and I'm using Navigate on autopilot, which is driving the car 100%. The only thing I gotta do is keep my hand on the wheel in case things get crazy, but it's automatically going between traffic, adjusting for speed limits, passing slower traffic, getting in different lanes. I was in downtown Denver. I was over at the Micro Center, and I saw this big old sign that said that you cannot line up before 6 a.m. for graphics cards, which I think is just ridiculous. I mean, that you have to line up for a graphics card, but apparently because of the pandemic, there's a chip shortage, and with cryptocurrency at an all-time high, you cannot get these things, and people are using botnets to buy them, and it's almost impossible to get a decent graphics card. Any of the newer NVIDIAs or AMD Radeons, just you can't get them. It's pretty much impossible unless you're willing to pay 2 to 3 times the average rate for them. Let me know how this audio is, because I know it's kind of a bit windy. It'd be interesting to see how this sounds. I'm using Verizon 5G on a new iPhone for the first time to do a live stream. So I wonder if there's much buffering or how the quality of this looks. Never mind the COVID hair. It's pretty long. Somebody said they like my curls today. Let me know what you think, but don't really, because I don't want to know. I've gained some weight. Anyways, back in the day, me and Raggle used to do this Commute Cast, and we'd drive to work every day about 20 to 30 miles, and we'd talk technology. So we'd go over the news stories, and it was kind of fun. There was some humor in there, and it was kind of a good way to kind of bounce off of each other what we thought was interesting in the technology world. Right? Oh, that ding that you just heard was an intervention. So there's construction here, and I had to take over the wheel. So I'm no longer using Navigate on autopilot. The shoulder disappeared on me, and it might have been okay, but I'm not going to risk it. Not going, 70 miles an hour off the road, the freeway. So I kind of like to do a Commute Cast on Tesla news, because I kind of highly produce. Well, I don't know about highly produce, but I put a few hours in after I do a show on Tesla news, and this is just so much easier, just straight up talking and interacting. And I see your comments. Thank you for mentioning that it sounded clear. You used to watch Commute Cast. That's awesome. Thank you. You should call in and join. I'll have to figure out how to do that. I've been listening to Clubhouse since Elon was on it, and I got an invite. And I think that's really cool, because it's basically like live podcasts that people call into. Clubhouse is. It's an app. It's been picking up a lot of steam. It's invite only. If anybody wants an invite, let me know. pox2smartguys.com. I'm not super organized today. Just trying to save the channel, because YouTube's being all threatening. One of the comments my sister made was, what we should do is put out a video where my wife is holding up cold. I think we've gone by Phoenix. Or Chef Spaghetti in the YouTube and the old videos that we've had on Two Smart Guys, and say this has been a Two Smart Guys production, because she used to do that when he was just a little baby. Yeah, the guy the little tiny baby at the end of the PSP hacking videos is now 14 years old, so he's going to be able to drive next year. What do you? Crazy, right? So it's been a race. What's my son? My first son. Definitely, I think the Tesla will definitely get it before my second son, Sawyer. Another reason for the lack of videos is, that little guy is just crazy. Sawyer is a handful. And then we just had River 6 months ago. So I have a 6-month-old, a 2-year-old, and a 14-year-old now. So there's a slew of us. They're all boys. Whew. So I made it to Loveland from Denver, and I think I had maybe 3 interventions, which I saw a video last night on somebody comparing the Tesla full self-driving beta 8.1, which they just got an update yesterday of 8.2, to a Waymo ride. And I think the Waymo ride took 12 and a half minutes to get from one location to the other. Then they repeated the same thing with the Tesla, and this is in an urban environment, downtown, stop signs, right-hand turns, the works, and no interventions from either one. The Waymo had nobody in the front seat, which was crazy. I guess they just started recently allowing them to do that. I guess it's been for a little while, where you don't actually have to have anybody in the car. It just comes and picks you up, which is the goal, right? That's level 4 or 5 full autonomy. And anyways, the Tesla did this about about 25% faster than the Waymo with their beta software, no interventions, and significantly lower cost of hardware for their sensor suite. The Waymo is a gas car for one, but that's here nor there, and all kinds of lidar sensors on the corners and on the roof, and the Tesla just has primarily vision. It also has other sensors such as the forward-facing radar and the ultrasonics around the edges, but it's most pretty well. And they're going to be a version 9 coming out next month, and they're going to do a wider beta release, because right now it's not very many people that are in the beta. I asked online; they were saying it was like 30 people. Somebody else was saying it's more like 1,000 people. I also heard that they're pushing it out to people that run the Tesla clubs. So like the San Francisco or Silicon Valley owners Tesla club. Tesla Hacking 101. Yes, I want to do that. I always intended to do that when my warranty was up, but they keep coming out with better Teslas and I keep trading them in. Uh, but yeah, and not to mention, Tesla is really tough on hacking them. They go to DEF CON and they recruit people and they do bug bounties, and there's been some pretty cool things that people have been able to do with the Teslas, but they patch them like lickety split. So it's not. I don't know. I think if you ever watch like Rich Rebuilds, he does some stuff that's kind of cool with the Teslas. It's almost like more physical things that you can do with them. Right now, he's putting a V8 in a Tesla just to make people angry, I think. uh, hey, thank you guys for joining in on the comments and keeping me company on my trip from Denver and saving the channel from becoming extinct. Be sure, if you like the Tesla news, to check out teslatrip.com and leave in the comments below any ideas you have for the future of the Two Smart Guys channel. I've been things that I've been really interested in, and that's the whole point of the Two Smart Guys channel. Lately has been crypto mining. I've been mining Dogecoin and Litecoin, and I've been using, I think it's called ASICs miners to mine Litecoin, and it's ridiculous. It cost me on eBay like $350 for the miner. I make about $250 a day. My electricity is about $1 a day, so I may end up making like $1.50 a day. Although my house is solar powered, and it covers over 100% of my energy usage. So as long as and I'm net metered, and it's a 1-for-1 trade. depending on how much sunlight I get this summer, I might be quite a bit ahead on this one. And I'm trying to do the math on how to max out my solar rooftop solar to get to power the mining rigs. But then I've also got to account for like air conditioning in the summertime. Although the energy generation is really good on the solar, there's a lot to account for. So I need to look for mining rigs at the lowest power consumption, and also are going to work for a long time before they're phased out, basically. Because not only do you have to account for the cost of the miner and the power, you have to figure out eventually they're going to come out with a better, more efficient miner, and you're not going to be competitive in the mining pools to get the coin. So you got to upgrade your miners every year. It's complicated. I think it would make a good show. So I'm kind of trying to build up my knowledge on that. Another thing that I've been doing is I built some MAME arcade cabinets, and it's now RetroPie, and it's a Raspberry Pi distribution that has emulators on it, and I have a couple of those units, and they're really cool. And I kind of want to do a review on these little handheld ones, these little handheld RetroPies that are basically Game Boys that have like pretty much every single game ever made before 2010. I don't know how they legally do it because they actually ship with them, and it's kind of iffy. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. You can buy them on Amazon. They're like $100. So there goes hacking your PSP to do these things. When now you can buy a device for $100 that does everything we were trying to do back 10 years ago. Again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Although if you're watching this live, you probably are subscribed, and that's how you were able to join in on the conversation. You know, my son, the little baby at the end of the videos, is actually like a super smart kid, and he loves technology. I'll have to get him in on the shows more because he's been really into VR, and I'm sure he'd love to do some shows on the hacks that he's been doing with the Oculus Quest 2. Like right now, he's doing a game where you hook it up to the PC and you have Joy-Cons for your feet, something locomotion, and you can actually run around with your feet, and it runs around inside the game. So I think that would be kind of a neat little thing. So I'm at my destination now. I'm at my sister's house, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining. Oh, we got 5 people on here. Any final requests or questions before I sign out? I'll take a look at the comments here. Where is the comments? 7 people. Wow. Hi everybody. Thanks for joining. I'll do more of these live chats. I didn't realize there's so many people chiming in and watching. And hey, yeah, thanks Jim and AK963. Cool. Well, you guys are getting me excited. I'm gonna have to do some more videos. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.